Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is EliteFourMatt, and in case you guys missed what we did in the previous episode, we went through the split that we're currently working on, which is to defeat Whitney and make our way through to Ecruteak City. We ended up doing this in the last video with starting at Ho-Oh, and working our way through to Deoxys, and everyone made it through safely, which is awesome to see. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to be starting with Rotom and working our way through all the runs that are remaining, so hopefully they too can make it to Ecruteak City. If you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, we're going to kick off our Rotom run. Alright, so let's have a look at our Rotom before we take on Whitney. So for the held item, we've gone for a Citrus Berry, and in terms of our moves, the only change we've made is we've forgotten Thunder Shock and replaced it with Thunderbolt. So let's see how this battle goes. Alright, so one thing that we do need to rely on a little bit in this battle is evasion luck, so we're going to go for some double teams because I don't believe Rotom is going to outspeed Miltank, so we're going to be relying a little bit on some misses. That has the potential to be really annoying. Might just paralyze this Clefairy, so hopefully it doesn't get off very many double teams. Oh, that's perfectly fine. That is also fine. Alright, hopefully this doesn't get too annoying. We're at +5 evasions, that should honestly be enough. We'll just take this Clefairy out. This has the potential to be bad if we get enough misses in the row and Miltank's able to get off milk drinks, but we'll see how we go. Nice, that's fine. That's okay, we didn't get paralyzed, which is good. Come on. Alright, there we go. Alright, and what we're going to do is we're going to paralyze this Miltank as well, just to make especially sure that we're not going to get flinched with Stomp. Because this Miltank has the ability Scrappy, so that means that any normal and fighting type moves will be able to hit us, being a ghost type. So we got one miss, which is fine. Two misses, beautiful. And Miltank is paralyzed. Might as well go for a Confuse Ray as well, we'll confuse it. Yeah, we did definitely need the evasion here. I feel like this is a range to take it out. I'm not confident it will. Oh, it did. Beautiful. Okay, and that is Whitney defeated. Okay, so here we are at the battle for Beauties, Callie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. It is worth pointing out the only change we need to make to our moveset is we've swapped out Confuse Ray for Facade. The reason for this is there's two battles that you cannot avoid on Route 35. Both trainers have ground type Pokemon, so I needed a way to get around them somehow. So. And if anyone's interested on how you get Facade, Facade is accessible at the Goldenrod City lottery on Fridays. I don't think I'll learn Shockwave. Alright, nice. That is Callie defeated. Alright, so this is our battle against Cassandra. So this should more or less go exactly how the last battle went. Okay, and that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Rotom has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save, and I'll see you guys at the Dialga run. Alright, so here we are back at our Dialga run, as we are ready to take on Whitney. So for the held item, we've gone for a Citrus Berry, and we've kept our level up moveset the same for now. So let's see how this battle goes. Alright, so for this battle, we're going to go for Ancient Power to take out this Clefairy to see if we can get Whitney to waste a Super Potion, and we're going to fish for a Omni Boost. Alright, perfect. We got Whitney to waste a Super Potion, and we get a few more tries to try and get the boost. Never mind. Alright, so for this Milk Tank, we're going to Dragon Breath it. Alright, I might go for one more Ancient Power here because I feel like, yeah, Whitney's going to use another Super Potion. See if we get the Omni Boost and we can be a bit faster than this Milk Tank. Oh, it's a Speed tie actually. Wow, okay. And with that, Whitney has been defeated. Okay, so here we are with the battle against Callie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so what we're going to do in this battle is we're just going to keep clicking Dragon Breath until we brute force our way through it pretty much. Nice, we got back-to-back paralysis with our Dragon Breaths. Okay, and that is Callie defeated. Alright, so here we are with the Cassandra fight, and there's no use beating around the bush with this one, we're just going to do the exact same thing. Okay, and that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Dialga has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save, and I'll see you guys back at the Palkia run. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our Palkia before we take on Whitney. So we've got a Wide Lens as the held item, and for our moves we've swapped out Focus Blast for Powder Gem. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so what I might do with this battle here is I'm going to go for Ancient Power against the Clefairy. We'll see if we can get the Omni boost. Alright, we didn't get confused, which was good. That's perfectly fine, we're not going to switch anyway. Alright, last Ancient Power, let's see if we can get it. No, oh well. Okay, so as the Milk Tank comes out, the reason we were trying to get the Omni boost is because Palkia is actually slower than Milk Tank, so we're just going to fire off Focus Blast, hope we don't get flinched, and see how we go. Oh, we are actually faster, wow, okay. Alright, and that's an easy one-shot. Beautiful. And that is Whitney defeated. Alright, so here we are at our next obstacle, the back-to-back battles against Beauties, Callie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so what we're going to do to try and beat this battle is we're just going to keep clicking Focus Blast and work our way through it. Okay, and that is Callie defeated. Okay, so with this battle with Cassandra, it's more or less going to go the same way as long as our Focus Blasts both hit. Okay, and that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Palkia has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save and I'll see you guys back at the Heatran run. Okay, so here we are back with our Heatran ready to take on Whitney. So for the held item we've gone for a Citrus Berry, and in terms of our moves, the only change we've made is we've taught the TM for Flamethrower. So let's see how this battle goes. Okay, so what we're going to do in this battle is we're going to go for an Ancient Power to try and get the Omni Boost. We want to try and get this before Milk Tank comes out so that we can try and be faster. Because the only issue we have with Heatran that we didn't have for the other legendaries is we actually have a gender. Oh wow, we've got the Omni Boost. So we're a male and Milk Tank is going to be female, so that's going to be able to use Attract against us, which is going to be very annoying. Alright, now that we've got one, we'll just take out this Clefairy with Flamethrower. And we'll just, with this Milk Tank, we're just going to use Flamethrower again and hope we can maybe take it out in 2 shots. Nice. And with that we get a level up and Whitney has been defeated. Okay, so here we are at our next lot of battles, the back-to-back battles against Beauties, Cassie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so the only thing we've done different in this fight is we've swapped our held item from a Citrus Berry to a Charcoal, and we're just going to click Flamethrower until we burn through both of their teams. Perfect, we've got 2 one-shots. And that is Callie defeated. Okay, and for this Cassandra battle, I think it's more or less going to go the same way. Hopefully we can just click Flamethrower twice, and that will be the end of that. Beautiful. And that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Heatran has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save and I'll see you guys back at the Regigigas run. Okay, so here we are with our Regigigas as we're ready to take on Whitney. So for the held item we've gone for a Citrus Berry, and the only change we've made to our moves is we've swapped out Knockoff for Thunderbolt. So let's see how this battle goes. Alright, so the first obstacle of this battle is we need to get through our 5 turns of slow start. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and stall them out against the Clefairy. Alright, that's 2. That's 3. Alright, and this should be the last turn here, so we'll just take it out with a Thunderbolt. Alright, so now that we've got our act together, we're going to keep clicking Dizzy Punch, and hopefully we can take this Milk Take out. I might go for a Confuse Ray. I know it's got a Lumberry, but we need to burn it and try and keep it confused, and then maybe go for a Paralysis with Thunderbolt. Alright, I might just go for the KO here with Dizzy Punch and we'll see how we go. Alright, I feel like regardless of what we do here, it's going to go for Milk Drink, so I'm going to try and go for the Paralysis here. Alright, there we go, we got the Paralysis. And it stayed fully paralysed, beautiful. Let's just go for the knockout, I suppose. Perfect. Hopefully this Dizzy Punch knocks it out. Alright, beautiful. Okay, that was a little bit dicey, but Whitney has been defeated. Okay, so here we are at our next lot of battles, the back-to-back battles against Callie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so this battle is going to be a little bit inconvenient because of our slow start ability, but we're just going to go for some Thunderbolts here. We'll see how much damage we can do and go from there. I believe both Clefable and Wigglytuff both have Growl as well, so that's going to make using physical attacks a bit more inconvenient. That's a bit of a pain. Okay, and that is Callie defeated. Okay, so hopefully this battle more or less goes the same way, and we'll see how this goes. We'll keep clicking Thunderbolt and take out these two Pokemon. Twice in a row, really? Nice. And that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that rather close battle against Whitney out the way, Regigigas has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save, and I'll see you guys back at the Giratina run. Okay, so here we are with our Giratina as we're ready to take on Whitney. So we've gone for a Citrus Berry as the held item, and the only changes we've made to the movesets is we've swapped out Ominous Wind for Rest. So let's see how this battle goes. Okay, so our plan of attack for this battle is we're going to use up all of our Ancient Power PP on the Clefairy and trying to take it out to try and get a Omni boost. This has the potential to be a little dicey if Clefairy starts rolling some special moves with Metronome. now last attempt at getting the Omni Boost. Alright, we didn't get it, but that's okay. It's not essential for what we're doing. Alright, and for this milk tank, what we're going to do is we're going to try and go for a bit of a PP stall session here. So because we have the ability pressure, Stomp can only hit us 10 times, so we just need to make sure we last until then. Might go for a rest here actually, just in case we get flinched. Or crit. Crit is also bad. Crit and flinched is also bad. Alright, there we go. We get flinched again, that's not good. Okay, we kind of clutched it a bit there. That was looking a little bit dicey with the, I think it was 3 flinches in a row. It's going for rollout now, so it must be able to stomp PP, which is really nice. Nice, we get a crit pack. And we'll just go for one more Dragon Breath and that should take it out because it's locked into rollout. Okay, and that is Whitney defeated. Okay, so here we are at the back-to-back battle against the beauties Callie and Cassandra. So, let's see how this goes. Alright, so for this battle we should just be able to get through it by using Dragon Breath. It is going to be a little bit dicey if we get our move disabled. So that's the only thing we really need to watch out for. Okay, and that is Callie defeated. Okay, and for this Cassandra battle, it should more or less go pretty similarly, but because Wigglytuff is out first, we just need to be careful we don't get our moves disabled. Nice, crit into paralysis. Sheer cold, oh man. That would have been a very nasty way to end the run if that went off. Okay, and that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Giratina has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save, and I'll see you guys back at the Manaphy run. Alrighty, so here we are with our Manaphy ready to take on Whitney. So for the held item, we've gone for a Citrus Berry, and in terms of our moves, we've swapped out Bubble for Ice Beam. So let's see how this battle goes. Alrighty, so it should be pretty straightforward with this battle. We're just going to go for Tail Glow a couple of times, and then we should just be able to sweep through her team with Ice Beam. Alrighty, so now we're going to Ice Beam the Clefairy. We do have the same base speed as Miltank, so hopefully we outspeed, but we'll see. Oh, we do outspeed, awesome. And we one-shotted it as well, nice. Alrighty, and that is Whitney defeated. Okay, so here we are back at the back-to-back battle against the beauties Callie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so the plan here is I might just set up one Tail Glow and that should be enough to take them both out. Yikes. Okay. Alright, cool, our Encore's ended, so we should just be able to sweep through these these two Pokemon no problem. Okay, and that is Callie defeated. Alright, so for this Cassandra fight, we're going to try the same thing. It is going to be a lot safer though, because Wigglytuff has Disable instead of Encore. Okay, and that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Manaphy has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save, and I'll see you guys back at the Darkrai run. Okay, so here we are with our Darkrai as we're ready to take on Whitney. So for the held item, we've gone for a wide lens, which is going to increase the accuracy for our moves, and the reason we've got that is because we have swapped out Rock Tomb for Focus Blast. So let's see how this battle goes. Alright, it should be no secret what I'm going to try and do here is we're going to click Focus Blast and hopefully we can take out both our Pokemon in one shot. There we go. Alright, beautiful. Alrighty, and we can actually utilize our Bad Dreams ability now, so we'll swap out Disable for Hypnosis. Okay, and that is Whitney defeated. Okay, so here we are again, back at the back-to-back battles against the beauties Callie and Cassandra. So, let's see how this goes. Alrighty, I think we know what needs to be done. Hopefully we can click Focus Blast 4 times and get 4 easy KOs. Okay, and that is Callie defeated. Okay, so because we only have one Focus Blast PP, we do need to be a little bit creative. So we're going to take out this Wigglytuff and then we'll have some fun with the Clefable. Alright, so this is the first time on camera that we're going to showcase this. This is going to be Darkrai's hidden ability, or not hidden ability Bad Dreams. So this is going to do some chip damage for every turn an opponent ends while they're asleep. It is handy to know, I suppose, that it's that consistent amount of damage. It looks like it's maybe about a 16th of their health. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, that is Beauty Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Darkrai has safely made it to Ecruteak City. So I'm going to drop a save and I'll see you guys back at the final run, which is Arceus. Okay, so here we are with our Arceus ready to go for the battle against Whitney. So this is more or less a cut and paste as to what we're doing with Darkrai, where we have the wide lens as the held item and we're going to try and click Focus Blast for the win. We ultimately swapped out Focus Blast for Judgment, and that's the only change we've made to the moves. So let's see how this battle goes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click Focus Blast hopefully twice and knock out both of Whitney's Pokemon. That wasn't even enough to take it out? What? Oh no. That's alright, this one will definitely take it out because it didn't get healed up to full. Perfect. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to learn Earth Power. We'll swap that out for Rock Tomb. Okay, and that is Whitney defeated. Okay, so here we are back at the back-to-back battle against Beauty's Callie and Cassandra. So let's see how this goes. Alright, should be a pretty straightforward battle this one. We'll just click Focus Blast and hopefully we can get 4 of them to land. Okay, so that is Callie defeated. Alright, so same thing again for this Cassandra fight. Hopefully we land both our Focus Blasts and then we can call it a day. Okay, and that is Cassandra defeated. Okay, and with that, Arceus has also safely made it to Ecruteak City. I am going to end the video there, guys, so if you are enjoying the content, be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll be also taking on the next split of the game. So I'll see you guys then.